Hey LeGrand Alive, welcome to your weekly Newsish Roundup. I'm Will Bowman and...
I'm Peter Pan.
And we are the Tie Guys, bringing you the news every week from LeGrand Alive. Alex, what's in the news today?
Prepare to be uplifted by a wonderful set of stories we have today. First, responsible pet ownerships. Be nice to them. Next, on our Grand Charity Countdown, Kids Club in the Grand. Following that, we have the Bob and Kelley Show and some brieflies.
Only on your weekly Newsish Roundup, brought to you by these, our sponsors. Well, the weather outside is frightful. It's cold outside the Grand Alive, and one thing many of us have in common is pets. Some are inside pets, some are outside pets. And in keeping with all our pets and the recent dip in temperatures, we decided to ask a few experts in the community how to best take care of our critters this winter and otherwise.
A deeply caring friend of animals, John said that the main thing we can do to take care of animals, especially in the winter, is treat them like they were human. John said that one of the best things we can do for our animals is to give them shelter this winter. If we're cold, they're cold, he said, and if they're cold, they need somewhere warm to sleep.
To be a responsible pet owner is to take care of your animals. Like, for example, it's cold outside. So, if you're cold, they're going to be cold. And if they're tied up or don't have any shelter to get out of, they can freeze to death just like we can. So anyway, especially for the wintertime now, and in the summertime too, it's like, think of yourself. If you're hot, they're going to be hot, and you need water, and so just look at it that way. And then if you do, then you'll understand how the animal feels as well. You take care of the animals, cats the same way, dogs the same way. Any animal. If it's hot outside, and you're hot, think of them.
The other thing John said is very important is to give animals high quality food. High protein, non-grain feed is a good standard, he said. Garbage in, garbage out, he said, just like us as human beings.
Well, good quality food, there's like grain-free and stuff like that. The grain-free food, it has a higher protein in it, and it helps them, they can put on a little weight with it, if they're getting it and stuff like that, especially if they're out in the cold. You just have to look. PetSense can help you with it. I'm sure Walmart employees, DMB, the different places like that can help you with a standard, ask them, and they know the different qualities of food. But just a good quality food, especially in the wintertime, really makes a difference. So, and it'll help us. Like I said, we eat healthy, we'll be healthy. Garbage in, yeah, you ain't gonna, live very long.
The other person we spoke with on the subject is Union County Animal Control Officer Lanny Jones. This is what she had to say about being a responsible pet owner.
Well, some of the important things at being a responsible pet owner would probably be minimum care. Minimum care requirements under Oregon state law pertain to food, water, and shelter. In the winter months, those are even particularly more important, especially the shelter part of it. Minimum care also requires that someone under Oregon state law is required to have a dog house for an outside dog, but that also includes bedding. And due to the cold winter months, those are the things that are important. The other aspects of proper ownership for an animal is going to be like exercise, also pertaining to being out in the public with their animals, so keeping their dogs under control when they're at the local parks or on the public sidewalks.
And remember, dog licenses are required for all dogs as soon as they turn 6 months old. To get a license, a dog must be vaccinated for rabies. Licenses are $15 for spayed or neuter dogs and $25 for unaltered, and are good for 1 calendar year. They can be purchased at the sheriff's office. And if you don't, you could land yourself with a $150 fine. Not a nice Christmas present. This story was brought to you by
This week's Grand Charity Countdown is Kids Club. Do you need some place for your kiddos to go after school that's going to entertain, feed, and care for them? Kids Club is your answer. Kids Club is a program hosted by Community Connections of Northeast Oregon. They provide an affordable childcare option for parents who can't afford a babysitter and have to be at work.
Now, I got a chance to sit down with some of the coordinators of the program, and they said that Kids Club gives structure and supervision to kids of working parents.
I think that this program, Kids Club, is an important program due to the fact that I am a single parent myself, and having a safe place for my children to go after school, knowing that they aren't going to be at home alone or wandering around the neighborhood, and having that extra help for them to be able to have help with homework should they need that assistance. But just more of a structured afternoon program so they aren't just left to their own devices. They need that supervision to know that they are safe and in a structured environment, to have somewhere that they can play and have boundaries, and receive, during the summertime we have summer food there, so the kids are receiving meals. They have morning snacks, afternoon snacks, to get nutritional meals, and snacks, so they aren't left at home and expected to figure out how to make their own lunch or fend for themselves.
We do a survey every year of the parents and the children, and some of the comments that the parents say is that they're so appreciative of Kids Club because they have a peace of mind knowing that their children are safe and well cared for while they are working or attending school. And that's important because they can concentrate more on their work or schoolwork instead of worrying about what their kids are doing at home.
Kids Club is for kids ages 5 to 12 years old. It's hosted at Riveria Activity Center at 2609 2nd Street. Hours are 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and sometimes even on the holidays. If you want to sign your kids up, you can call Kids Club or Community Connection of Northeast Oregon.
This story was brought to you by Here's this week's episode of the Bob and Kelley Show. Bob?
Ready? Are we ready? We're ready.
Okay. We're ready.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to the Kelley and Bob and Kelley Show. And this is Kelley. Or are you Bob?
Today I'll be Kelley,
okay,
and you can be.
And I'll be Bob.
Okay.
And we are with LeGrand Alive TV, who is filming behind the camera there. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
We got a lot to go over, and we need to kind of get to it. Because there's, believe it or not, one thing on everyone's mind. And you know what it is. You know what it is.
I know what it is.
We get 1,000 phone calls a day, 500 letters come in the mail, emails.
Yes.
Tell them what people want to know about.
The bowling alley. When is it going to open?
When?
Tell us when. Tell us when.
And what is going on with it? And when can we start bowling? And we got a league together already. There are people, thank you out there, you have already got your league and your teams together, and we don't even have the bowling alley open yet. Okay, so that's exciting. Yeah, very prepared. Thinking forward, thinking people here. So, okay, here's what we've got. The bowling alley. So we have been having a meeting with Darren Kiesucker, who is the guy building the facility, along with a few others.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's always snags in every project, and we get that. That's normal.
Right.
And so we got the chamber board of directors, and Darren and a few others together, and we said, how can we partner, how can we support you, and how can we come alongside just to help you get through this time to get the facility open.
Right. Get things rolling.
Get them rolling. So
no pun intended.
Never mind. So we did it. We had a meeting here a month or so ago, and we had another one here the other day, and so it's done. We're ready. Darren has said that he's got some financing. He's going to be open, we believe, by spring break. Was that the correct term? By spring break.
By spring break,
okay.
Which is the end of March.
Yeah, March. Now, it may open a little sooner, but we're saying for sure by spring break.
Yeah.
Now, here's what we came up with. What we did is we said, Darren, we want to be a good partner to you, and the community wants to buy in and help, okay?
Sure.
So we came up with this idea where you as a community can buy a brick. You can buy a brick. So there's different levels, and there's a name for each level.
Right.
But when you buy a brick, depending on the level you purchase, you get free games, discounts on food, the non-alcoholic drinks, and so on and so on. Now, oh, wait, we can't show too much more of this, okay? Because we got more info coming out later.
That's right.
But here's the deal. So you can buy a brick. Now, this is not a brick that will go there for a month or two and then be torn out because we got to get rid of them.
Right now.
Forever.
Forever.
Ever. Your name will last in legacy forever. Now, that's one way that you and I as a community, and Kelly, of course, that we can buy into Brickyard Lanes. The other way is you can get your name, this is so awesome, etched on a bowling ball. You can have your name. So every time you go to bowl, you will hold your bowling ball like this and you will see my name, Bob Kavanaugh, right there. And you're going to bowl a strike every time, right?
Okay, strike.
So there's that. Now, there's another cool thing that's going on. If you're a business, you can be a sponsor of a lane. There are
12 lanes.
12 lanes that are going to be at the Brickyard Lanes bowling alley.
Right.
12 of them. So you can be a sponsor of a lane. Your name, your corporate name will go over that lane for a year.
1 year.
A year.
A year. Can you say ROI? For you business folks out there.
Return on investment. It's not expensive, but we're going to get an email out Friday to talk more about that. So you'll get the, we can't go through all the details. But if you're watching this and you want to call the chamber office, 541-963.
8588.
That is 541-963.
8588.
You can call us and we can talk to you about it. If you're really seriously, you've got to have a lane right now.
Give us a call.
Give us a call. So we just wanted to bring that to you. There's a lot of good things going on. The bowling alley is happening. So take heart. All of you who have got your teams ready, you've got your bowling shoes, your bowling shirt, your bowling, do they wear hats? Is there bowling hats?
Probably could.
Okay, well, bowling
Sure,
hats is happening. So before spring break, right on spring break, before spring break, and there's a way to buy into it as a community member because we want to support this in a big way. All right, I think that was the only thing we want to talk about. It's happening.
That's great. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's so exciting.
Okay, final word. What do you want to say?
I don't know. Why do you do this? You put me on the spot like this. What am I supposed to say?
So do you see what I go through? Hey, thanks for tuning in. This is Bob Kavanaugh and
Kelly Barley.
And we are the Bob and Kelly and Bob Show. Thanks for tuning in. And LeGrand Alive. See ya.
And now for our briefly section of the Newsish Roundup.
EOU enrollment and retention are up from last year as a result of staff efforts. According to an EOU press release, Kathleen Brown, a student success coordinator and activist, said some of the students she's monitored are unaware of the intricate network of people who supported their progress. Enrollment reports show that retention from junior to senior status was 7 percentage points higher than last year. This particular class is the same one that recorded a very high 72% retention rate from its freshman to sophomore year. According to the Oregon Association of Hospitals and Health Systems, new price data for common hospital procedures is available on OregonHospitalGuide.org. The new pricing data, based on state reporting, shows the costs for most common inpatient and outpatient procedures for every hospital in the state, and allows potential patients to compare pricing on specific procedures between hospitals. This reporting shows the median amount paid by commercial insurers plus deductibles and copays for patients. The website also shows the statewide median price for each procedure.
The LeGrand wrestling team took the team title and sent 9 wrestlers to the Estacada tournament finals where 6 won individual championships. Ezra McIntosh, Braden Carson, Brody McMillan, Parker Robinson, Nathan Reed, and Spencer Gerst. LeGrand will host the annual Milenberg tournament this weekend starting at 3 p.m. Friday, 9 p.m. on Saturday. According to the Observer newspaper, LeGrand Rural Fire Chief Larry Wooldridge is bound for Tangent Rural Fire Department in Lynn County. Wooldridge will start his new job as chief January 2nd, 2019. We'll miss you, Larry. Have a wonderful time in Lynn.
Thousands of Oregonians may be missing out on affordable health care. According to an analysis of census data, over 100,000 Oregonians, including around 5,000 people in Umatilla, Union, Baker, and Wallowa counties, were estimated to be eligible for subsidies through healthcare.gov in 2018, but many didn't enroll. Oregonians who don't get health insurance through employment or the Oregon Health Plan or Medicare may qualify for help paying for 2019 coverage. But the deadline is December 15th, so if you're going to sign up, hurry up on healthcare.gov.
Looking for a Christmas gift for an outdoorsy type? Well, give the gift of unlimited access to Oregon State Parks this year with an annual day use parking permit. From December 1st to 31st, you can buy annual parking permits for only $25 instead of $30, the normal price. You can buy them online at store.oregonstateparks.org. All merchandise is also on sale during the month of December.
We are thankful for this sponsor.
And that's your weekly Newsish Roundup. I'm Will Bowman, and
I'm Captain Hook.
And we are the Tie Guys, bringing you the news every week. One more big shout out to our cool and excellent sponsors. Please like and share this video and tune in to LeGrand Alive for more local content. We're going to leave you today with some pictures of Eric Valentine and his trip to New Zealand. We'll see you next week, LeGrand Alive.